Morning everybody, how are y'all doing today? I'm doing great, but maybe that's just because I'm a normal person who's excited for Doom the Dark Ages, and I'm not mad over literally nothing, unlike the guy we're going to be talking about today. Now, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, especially if you've been watching my streams, you would probably know that I find it extremely annoying when people cry woke over literally everything. The term has completely lost all meaning, because not everyone, but some people, Synthetic Man in Andy Pants, just use the term if there is a woman or non-white man in a game. Now, don't worry, we're not looking at Andy Pants or Synthetic Man today, thank God. But the guy we're looking at has still abused that term to the point where it just doesn't have meaning anymore. Because I'm not even kidding when I say this dude thinks that having accessibility options is woke. And no, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not kidding. This might be the worst take I have seen. Well, I don't know if I want to say in a long time, but this year. Like in the last video, we took a look at J-Tech's reaction to Doom the Dark Ages. This guy makes Jay look intelligent. I challenge somebody to have a worse take on the game than this guy. I legitimately don't even think it's possible. But yeah, anyway, enough of me stalling. You guys probably just want to see what this dude said. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. Alrighty, where do I even begin? How about once upon a time, there was an age. The age was dark, and it was full of doom. You could say it was a Doom the Dark Age. And then Doom guy said, we really are in the Dark Ages now. Nah, but seriously, it starts with this tweet. Doom the Woke Ages. And then shows a screenshot saying it's a Doom for all Slayers. And then another screenshot showing that you can change accessibility settings, like parry windows and player health and all that stuff. And then follows it up with no jump button, a shield, a parry and game speed slider. Xbox ruined Doom and made it for casuals. Ah yes, optional accessibility features ruin Doom and make it casual. Hear me out for a second. This is going to be an absolutely groundbreaking idea. I'm going to go down as one of the greatest thinkers of all time for this, but what if you just didn't use them, and you just played the game normally? It's not like these features are being forced onto you. If you're really bad at Doom, then you can make it easier for yourself. But if you just want the classic experience, you can do that as well. Also, you can just tell this guy didn't even watch the trailer. He probably saw this screenshot and immediately went and tweeted this. Because in the gameplay, they jump. Like, look at this. He jumps and follows it up with a dash. But you probably wouldn't notice that because you're too busy worrying about optional accessibility features that you don't have to use. But just wait, it gets better because I kid you not, I don't usually say Redditor unironically, but this is like the most gatekeepy Redditor bullcrap I've ever seen. Somebody replies, please explain how this is woke, and then the guy replies, accessibility is woke, and then the first guy replies, how? And then this dumbass replies, it's inclusive. Cry me a river, why don't you? God forbid they put in optional features to help people who may not be as good at games, or who knows, could be disabled in some way. This is like peak gatekeeping. Oh man, I don't want gaming to be inclusive. God forbid we allow more people to enjoy the hobby. Only people who are super good at video games like myself should be able to play them. This dude seems like the type of guy to get unironically upset when he sees a wheelchair ramp in public. Like, how dare they make this restaurant more accessible for disabled people? This restaurant's for casuals now. If you can't climb up the stairs on your own, you don't deserve to eat here. Like, it's the same type of energy and it's pathetic. Also, how does a shield and a parry automatically make a game casual? I guess by that logic, Dark Souls is casual, and let me tell you, it is absolutely not. The shield is just a new weapon and defense mechanism they've introduced. I mean, did the freeze grenades from Doom Eternal make it casual? Because you can just stop the demons from attacking you for a little bit? No, it was a new cool way to kill demons. That's what Doom has always been about, adding new ways to give the middle finger to your enemies. And by the middle finger, I mean a giant helping of lead. Like, he does know it's a saw shield, right? Like, you can do finishers and throw it. but it's not just to block. Then again, this guy probably thinks that colorblind settings are woke, so what do I know? More than this guy, that's what I know. Anyway, let's continue and see what this guy had to say next, because of course it couldn't just stop right there. Alright, so next this guy says, I was excited for this, but they added an easy mode, so F them. They added an easy mode! It's official, this guy's never played a Doom game in his life. Every Doom since the original in 1993 has had a difficulty selection. This included an easy mode. In fact, he gets called out for this. Do you even like Doom games? The answer is no, by the way. I finished 2016 and Eternal and its DLCs. I love them, but that's a step back. 2016 had easy modes. All id FPS games had easy modes. Exactly! Thank you! Eternal had an easy mode and cheats. Remember how in Eternal you could find cheats in the levels to give you like infinite ammo or pretty much infinite health with a sentinel armor? Now, here's the thing. I want to think this guy is rage baiting, but he doesn't even have a blue check mark, so he can't be doing this for money. So either he is completely idiotic, which is most likely the case, or he's just rage baiting for literally no gain whatsoever, which is also possible, but would still make him an idiot, so I guess the first one holds up. Kind of funny how he was able to enjoy 2016 and Eternal when those had easy modes, though. And especially Eternal with its cheats. Maybe this dude's just a closeted PlayStation fanboy and just hates Xbox or something, I don't know. Because you have to be a special type of stupid to like games with easy modes, but then not like a new upcoming game because it happens to include an easy mode. Not gonna lie, seeing people get incredibly pissed over petty stuff like this, which allows other people to enjoy games more, makes me very happy. If you're this much of a jackass, you deserve to be miserable. And now we're gonna get into a very interesting chain of replies here, in which this guy got absolutely obliterated once again. So Kyle responds, yeah, I skip games over optional settings as well. AC Shadows is awful since it will probably has an easy mode, SMH. And then the original dude replies, AC is not known for being difficult. Also, Doom removed jumping and dashing. And then Kyle says, okay, that's not an automatic bad thing. Depends on how the game plays, and again, it's optional. You can choose to not use those sliders, and Doom Eternal in 2016 had easy modes. This is just complaining for the sake of complaining. Facts. And then 405 responds again, what about removing dashing and jumping and replacing that with a shield? That's literally easier. And Kyle responds again, that's what I first addressed. We won't know until we play it. Exactly. Just because you introduce a way to block attacks, that doesn't mean the game is going to be automatically easier. We have to see how they balance it before you can actually draw conclusions. Anyway, 405 replies again saying, if you watch the direct, they say 2016 was run and gun, Eternal was jump and dash, and Dark Ages is stand your ground. And then Kyle replies, I did. Again, we have to wait and see. Doom games aren't hard anyways unless you're playing on Ultra Nightmare, so we'll have to see how that difficulty is gonna play. And then 405 responds, oh, I know it's gonna be hard. I'm just saying I wish the jumping and dashing stayed. And then another guy replies, jumping was in the trailer, dashing you can do with the shield charge. It's less evasive as more emphasis is putting on the classic style strafing, but it makes up for that by changing its utility to be more offensive. Exactly, and this is what I don't get. He's complaining that Doom has an easy mode and they made it for casuals, but then he admits right here that he knows the game is gonna be hard. So which one is it? Is it gonna be hard and you're happy about it, or is it too easy and inclusive and you're gonna get all pissy about it? And like that guy said, yes, Doom games are known for being hard. On the hard difficulties. Not on I'm Too Young to Die, which has been in since the original game. Now, you may be wondering, why exactly did that initial guy bring up Assassin's Creed Shadows? The reason is because this guy who made the idiotic take about Doom happens to be an Assassin's Creed fanboy. In fact, look at the top left screenshot. Shadows has the potential to be an even better story than Unity. I don't want to hear anyone calling it woke. So Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't woke, but Doom is, because you have optional accessibility features.
What? What are you talking about?
Let's just get this straight. I'm not coming out here and saying Assassin's Creed Shadows is woke or anything. I'm just saying it's a bit funny that you don't find the game that takes place in Japan, in which you play as an African man, woke, but you find optional accessibility woke. It's a classic rules for thee, not for me scenario, or in this case, rules for thy franchise, but not for my franchise. And now to end off this video, we're gonna take a look at a meme he made. Doom the Dark Ages will be the most casual Doom yet. Accessibility accessibility isn't an excuse to drastically change the gameplay loop, and then has a meme calling the game's parry slop. I have a genuine question for you, dude. How dumb are you? They are not changing the gameplay loop to make it more accessible. They are changing the gameplay loop to make it different from the previous games, while still making sure it feels great, and then they just so happen to be adding in some extra accessibility things as well. The parry is not meant for accessibility. You can change the parry windows in the accessibility settings to make them longer, but the actual parry mechanic itself is just a new mechanic they're adding because it's cool and fun. And based on the gameplay they've shown, parrying, or at least blocking, is going to be very important. But nope, according to this guy, it's just meant for casuals and to make the game more accessible. I can't believe Xbox would ruin Doom, guys. This is so sad. One like equals one prayer. Nah, but in all seriousness, that's gonna do it for this video. And before I go real quick, I just want to say thank you all so much for the unbelievable support on the last video. We just blew past 13,000 subs, and I cannot thank you guys enough. And don't worry, the content is not gonna slow down. There honestly might be another JTech video coming soon, because he posted some horrendous Doom gameplay, and now everybody's roasting him for it. And who would have thought he's not taking it too well? So yeah, with all that being said, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more, especially if you want more Doom Salt. Join us every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern for Salt streams, and I will catch you all next time.